Welcome back to the Supercar Connection podcast. Seeing Christian Koenigsegg make a response back in the stew, as you said.
Back in the stew.
I mean, I'd never expect to see like Ferrari or Lamborghini CEO like make a response video on Instagram because they're too big.
Yeah.
This episode is brought to you by Quality Collision Group.
After an accident, it's not just your car that gets thrown off track. It's your routine, your momentum, and your focus. That's why I recommend taking your vehicle to a Quality Collision Group owned shop. They are OEM certified shops, use exact parts and repair standards your car was built with. No shortcuts, no guesswork, just confidence restored. When it matters most, trust the experts. Find your quality approved shop today.
All right, so I want to get right I want to get right into it because as we sit here, wild things are unfolding that I would have never expected to see.
There's a lot.
It's really blown my expectations here.
There's a lot.
As of yesterday, we've got some major beef brewing between the Hamilton collection and Koenigsegg.
Can I say something?
Sure.
This is the peak time to be involved in the supercar space. This is like
100%.
what's happening right now is unprecedented levels. We've never seen something like this before.
Right. Because I mean, so there's so much beef that goes on behind closed doors.
Right.
And there's so much
limelight
that we can't talk about, right? You know?
Yeah, because we're in the middle. Right. We're definitely in the middle.
And we hear a lot of stuff.
Yeah, a lot of stuff.
People in this world love to talk. So the fact that this is, this public and, it doesn't happen all that often is interesting. But this has gone very public. And it's usually not between someone as big as, like, Koenigsegg.
Yeah.
Like, seeing Christian Koenigsegg make a response video on Instagram.
Think about it.
Is such a wild concept.
Because it's normally if somebody has like a peeve about something, it's that person versus the company. Mm-hmm. It's not often that you see that the face of the company join in. It's like Elon Musk taking a shot at somebody personally type thing. Right.
And I'd never expect to see like Ferrari or Lamborghini CEO like make a response video on Instagram because they're too big.
Yeah.
Where Koenigsegg is obviously a big company in its scale and its reach, but at the end of the day, like the amount of cars they sell, their operation isn't nearly as big as something like that.
Right.
So when someone like Steve puts something like that out there, he kind of has to respond to it.
Oh,
he can't
100%.
He can't just let that float and unfold.
No, not at
without
all. He has
doing
to.
something.
It's more they realize, and this is just based on the company itself. Ferrari, Lamborghini are more the notoriety. Like you can ask a regular person on the street, and they'll be like, "I know what a Ferrari is."
Right.
They don't know Koenigsegg. So like, because Koenigsegg is more like the enthusiast community. Mm-hmm. So like everybody's tapped in. So like you have to address it when you have that big of a person in the community attacking you directly.
Yeah.
Because the way you respond is how you build customer loyalty and the way that they handle it.
100%. So
it's interesting. I think if none of you guys saw the video, CVK basically just does a little rundown of his side of the story of what's kind of going on. And like, again, I think there's a couple of things said that's a little bit stance oriented. The biggest thing, whenever I see beef going on, especially public beef, I look at, okay, who's trying to be more neutral, who's trying to ease off, and then who's like trying to make definitive points, and what are those definitive point differences, right? Mm-hmm. So like with this instance, it's basically like a miscommunication type of thing where one party says that it's been a delay in terms of production, the other party's been saying that everything's been clearly cut, like disclosed, and timelines are accurate, and then you start to really see it, and you're like, well, which side is really more accurate?
Right. And in the scheme of all of this, you have Koenigsegg going through. There's a middleman in this situation.
Yeah.
They're not dealing directly with Koenigsegg most of the time. They're dealing with whatever Beverly Hills dealer is there in between.
Yeah, the Koenigsegg dealer.
Exactly. So, Koenigsegg tells the dealer timelines, the dealer relays that and back and forth, and that's how it works. So it is truly two sides of the story. So, before we even, I don't know how much we're going to talk about it, before we talk about it too much, I just want to get out there that I'm a huge fan of Koenigsegg. We have said some things about the Regera specifically in the past, which are now all being confirmed by multiple sources, including, Steve. Most of his beef seems to be a bad experience with the Regera.
Yeah.
And there's people in the comments sections, like Triple F Collection and someone else who have also had Regeras, big collection people, also saying that was like the worst car experience they've had. Now, people seem to love the other products for the most part.
Yeah, so far.
That seems to just be kind of a problem car. And I'm a huge Koenigsegg fan ever since the CCX when I was a kid. It was my favorite car. The Regera came out. That became my favorite car. The Esco came out. It's hard for me to let go of the Regera that held such a special place for me for such a long time, but the Esco seems pretty sweet to me.
Yeah, Yesco is awesome.
They make awesome cars, beautiful cars.
And they're only getting better. The Sedir Spear is freaking
sure.
mental.
One of my craziest cars experiences ever was in an Regera RS.
Yeah, so you definitely have a special place in
So
the car for them.
I love that company,
Yeah.
even though whatever I say about a Regera here or there.
We've sat down with Christian himself and had a conversation, and he's been nothing but other than fantastic. The way he articulates, the stance he has, the knowledge he has, you definitely can tell he's not just a person that's put there. He's definitely put his time in to understand every aspect of the business.
And then on the other side, I've watched a lot of the Hamilton Collection's content and have always been a fan of their content and what they do.
Likewise.
And it's always seemed very cool.
Yeah. And the purpose behind it, too.
And in our circles, where there's a lot of beef and everyone is always down to talk badly about someone,
Yeah.
I haven't heard anyone say anything bad about
That's very true.
those guys at the Hamilton Collection ever.
Nothing.
So those are the only two things. I don't know either
Right.
of them personally.
Right.
Obviously, we sat down with Christian.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean we've got his number and we chat back and forth or
Yeah.
anything like that.
We're both bald. We don't share bedtime stories.
Yeah. And then the Hamilton Collection, they're in Chicago, so they're one of the few people we haven't had a run-in with and actually like been able to get connected with.
Which I feel like we will pretty soon here. So
For sure.
It's in the back end works already.
So there's only so much we can kind of get into. We're basically just reporting on the beef.
Yeah,
If you haven't seen the beef, it's just kind of wild.
Yeah, it's funny because again, how many, okay, this is going to sound kind of ridiculous question, but I think you're going to know this answer roughly. Like, how many Koenigsegg owners do we think there are on the planet? Roughly.
On the planet?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Couple hundreds?
Couple hundred, yeah.
Let's call it 500.
I think all their cars, yeah, maybe.
Let's call it 350, 500.
I want to say every one of their models, there's under 100 cars.
That's what I'm thinking. So I'm trying to think of how many there really are.
So you're like, okay, CCR, CCX.
And like ownership
Regera,
ownership changes
Yesco.
to somebody who had enough experience with it.
Okay, so anyone that's ever had a Koenigsegg.
That's past hands, right?
Okay.
So let's call it 500.
Well, probably
people.
over 1,000 at that point.
I agree.
The cars have.
Let's say
passed
safely 500 people,
Okay.
right? What my favorite part about this beef is that it's everybody feels the need to come to light with their side of whatever experience they had, right? Mm-hmm. I think it's also just really strategic because now I would say this is the craziest part. I think majority of the people that have owned Koenigsegg's and have had good experiences are the owners that you have no idea exist.
Right.
The silent owners, the big guys that don't have social medias, the freaking whales of the world that like have 4 of them, 5 of them. They have probably good experiences. It just so happens that the people that have some of the worst experience, bad experiences, are probably some of the ones that are more social media proven. So you hear their voice amongst everybody else.
Right.
You don't hear the guy that's in Dubai that has 7 of them and he loves everything about them, and because he has no problem, because again, he has 7 of them.
Right.
There's a different dynamic.
He has
here.
7 of them. He's got all sorts, and it's like.
Yeah, he's got 2, so one has problems. Okay, I'm driving the other one. Those are the guys that the Koenigsegg brand is not, I wouldn't say catering towards, but you have some of these other guys that through social media, their success in their companies, whatever it is, they have the opportunity to own one, a part of their collection. They have one. And if it's a secondhand purchase, now you have, again, secondhand, not direct from them. It's a whole different experience in itself. But those people just happen to have the microphone with the audience. So that's what you get put on to everybody that thinks they know what's talking about.
Yeah.
I guarantee you a majority of Koenigsegg ownership is probably positive. Yeah. Kind of like I think about it to a grander scale as McLaren. McLaren is the same concept. Half people hate the damn thing. Half people are like, no, this car is the best thing on the earth.
Right.
But there's a fair gap of who's talking here. That opinion gets spread out.
Right.
This opinion is social media guys are against
sure.
Koenigsegg.
Right. And what are they buying? Are they buying like the best, cleanest examples?
Right.
I feel like in a lot of cases, no. It just depends. And you have Christian in the videos like the Regera that you bought. You bought from a secondhand dealer. It hadn't been serviced in 3 years. And you're like, okay, you got a 2021 car. It's not that old. It probably doesn't have very many miles on it. So even though it hasn't been like serviced in 3 years, like how much does a car need? Like,
right.
You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
like if you have a Huracan, for example, or even a Chiron, because let's take, Chirons are known for being pretty reliable. I don't know the maintenance schedule of a Chiron,
Yeah,
but
right.
if you have a Chiron for 3 years, if a guy has a Chiron for 3 years and puts like 2,000 miles on the car over 3 years, there's probably nothing they really needed to do for that car to run smoothly. The next owner buys it, does an oil change, they're probably chilling.
Needed, or like, did you think the chances they did something?
I mean, like needed.
Needed? Yeah, I think
Needed to run smoothly.
Needed, I think you're fine. I think majority of those guys, like, because 2,000 miles in those cars is like, that's low key like 7,000 miles on a regular supercar.
Sure.
So I think most
most
guys
of,
are changing.
Most of them aren't driving them that crazy. I mean, it's like there's a lot of variables here, right?
But they're changing. I think they're still changing oil. They're doing like I think if I was owning that car, especially if I had warranty, every 500-600 miles, I'd be like, let's just get this thing checked out. If it needs some shit, they're paying for it anyway, so let's just get it checked out. There's just more, I think they're more likely to service those cars with the warranty and the type of owner it is.
Yeah,
I would think so, especially if they're driving at 2K miles.
I just think for something like the Regera, like Koenigsegg needs to put their hands on the car like every 6 months.
Yeah,
regardless of how much you've driven it,
Yeah.
regardless of anything else. They need to like take the car in every like 6 months.
Make sure
it's all working. Do a software update. Do a this. Do a that, and get it back to you. Or else you don't do that, and you could end up with a whole host of problems. It's kind of what it seems like.
Yeah, I think so too.
I'm talking from a person that is just deducing information
correct
from many sources that I've gotten.
Because we have multiple sources. I would say
Sure.
again, I would say upwards of like double digits, just people that we've had on the podcast and know personally that own these cars. I'm curious what happens behind closed doors in terms of realistic expectations. Because like let's say I'm in the tax bracket to be able to afford a Koenigsegg, right? Am I getting in touch with CVK directly and asking him what should this experience be like? Or am I talking to one of my friends that might have had one? They tell me what it is. I find a secondhand one. I buy it. Once I buy it, then I'm connected with the people, and then they're like, "Hey, you should do this, this, and this to the car."
Probably in the beginning.
Right? That's what I'm thinking. So, like, I think partly what it is do any of these guys, and again, this is me assuming, did they do their correct, realistic research and understand exactly what they're buying, the condition they're buying it? Do they know about the service? Because I don't think I've ever heard Koenigsegg really saying that their cars are like the most uber reliable. I think they've leaned into, they know the fact that their cars need
right. He kind of owned it in that video.
Yeah.
He's like, we've had some problems with this car. It needs a lot of software updates. It needs a lot of this and a lot of that.
Right. If they were sitting
and
here
we've done everything we can to make sure those things are sorted out.
Yeah, he even talks about in the video he flies. They like flew the team out to somebody that had to do some work on the car just to be respectful and everything in between. So I don't think they've ever been unrealistic with their expectations. So I'm curious to think of, again, like if I buy a McLaren now, I understand the risk that I'm taking because, again, I've heard enough about it, and I've also had a positive experience. So if I happen to have a negative next time, it was bound to happen. So like I wonder how realistic some of these guys that are buying these cars really understand what they're buying. Because when you think about it, the way you said, 2021, how much does the car really maintain? It seems like, not a lot. But we're talking about a freaking Koenigsegg car that 100%. Defies logic, even in itself. So it's gonna need more love than a normal car.
Because if you bought a Huracan, a 2021 Huracan Evo,
yes,
which maybe this is not even fair, but if you bought a 2021 Huracan Evo with 5,000 miles on it, and you look at the Carfax and go, this hasn't been to a dealership in 3 years, would you be that concerned?
So that's
obviously
you'd
probably get a PPI, but like, would you be like, oh, I'm worried something's gonna break? And this
absolutely not. I'm Gucci because that car has earned the respect to have that. That's that reputation. No Koenigsegg owner was like, dude, this thing is bulletproof. You're chilling. Don't even worry about it.
And I think to an extent, there's a lot of people, I don't know what they expect reliability wise, and I can understand like if the car just always have problem. Like Steve said, I mean, in the Instagram story, Steve said he's had the car like I forget how long. Now I'm just trying to remember. I want to say it was like 2 years, and he's had the car for maybe like 2 months
out of the
that
2
years. So you're talking about, it's like. And then I think Christian in his video said that they have like 12 service locations in the U.S.
Yeah,
which is not a lot. No. And this, I've talked about this in the past, even with the hypercar stuff. Like if you're looking at a P1, which people have had a ton of problems with P1 batteries or whatever, but there's a McLaren dealership in a major city near you.
Yeah,
no matter where you are. Koenigsegg, like you have problems, you're gonna have to put it on a truck and ship it somewhere, most likely.
More than likely.
Unless you're in LA and you've got this spot in Beverly Hills right here.
Yeah.
You're probably shipping it somewhere.
100%.
And even then, it's like, apparently it's, according to Steve, again, it's been even a problem just getting it to that service facility because they're like, no, we can't take your car. And it's like 2 months of back and forth before they even like accept your car in for any sort of work. So that's the sort of things you're dealing with, and why I said in an episode a couple months ago, if you're buying a Koenigsegg, you're the type of person. Oh, it was when I was talking about TJR.
Right.
Like that's the one car you're going to buy. It's like you're in trouble.
Yeah, you're just asking for it.
Like these guys that have these cars, they got to have a collection, because when you run into an issue with your Regera and it takes 6 months to get it fixed, like you've got to be the guy so rich and has such a big collection that's not that big of a deal to you.
Right.
You love the car. When it works, you enjoy it. When it doesn't, it's off getting fixed.
It's terrible.
Which, yeah, is not a great experience for most people.
Yeah, I don't think people realize too, we're talking about 12 locations, right? And if there's a couple hundred cars here in the US, and those cars are known for not being reliable, and like how often are all of them in and out of the shop? Of course, availability is going to be difficult, because they're not those jobs, even in oil change. It's not like it's like, all right, let's take out a couple drain plugs. No, that's
right. The specialists you have to be to like understand and do those things. Yeah,
it takes time. Like, and they don't have 50 Koenigsegg techs, I imagine. They got a couple guys that know what they're doing.
And the company's not big enough to support having that many techs and facilities to service the cars. So
maybe that's an angle too. Maybe I don't know if the company's infrastructure, granted, I'm taking a drastic take right now, but maybe the popularity from social media has grown so much with the company that they're like, oh crap, we need more service. They were never expecting, again, I don't think, and this is a drastic take.
Wait, so I mean, how many Koenigsegg cars do you think there are in America?
I don't know. That's a really good question. I think it's over a couple hundred. I think
over a couple hundred.
I think over 100.
Over 100.
I don't want to be too crazy. Over 100.
100 cars.
Over 100 physical vehicles here in the US.
Let's just overshoot it and say 200 cars.
Let's do it. 12 service
200
centers.
cars, 12 service centers.
Yeah. And then how
does that seem that crazy? Of a ratio?
It depends how long the cars are there in that combination. So like if you get 40 cars down at the same time, and depending on where they're spread out, because again, where's the concentration more than likely at? Parts of New York, Chicago, Miami, Southern California, NorCal, Vegas, Scottsdale, potentially.
Houston, Dallas.
Yeah, maybe the Midwest.
Texas, they probably have one service center.
They have some in Kansas, I imagine. There's somebody in like random parts like that. So like those places, like
popcorn ceilings in the Koenigsegg.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. You have two places in SoCal that service them, one in Orange County, one in Beverly Hills. If there's 20 cars, 30 cars in SoCal alone, there's two centers. If one car takes 3 or 4 days to do its work on it, and you have 15 in those facilities, and everybody's taking time, it's going to take 2 or 3 weeks to make sure your car is perfect.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden, like the wait time, like a month, I think is very reasonable.
Right.
Just before there's availability. Then it's going to take a couple weeks to even do whatever they need to do, depending on what it is, of course.
Which is what Houston said, and I think this might be the struggle with the Gemera as well, and why it's taking so long to do. But like Houston was talking about the Regera, and how they wanted that car to do everything that normal cars do. They wanted to give it all the features, all of this, all of that, automatic doors, automatic everything, blah, 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 blah. And then they don't have like the infrastructure to handle the problems that come with trying to do all of that. Where you look at like an Regera, it's a pretty basic product, right? There's only so many things. Right. Take that loosely. I just mean like, the tech is pretty straightforward. Right. It's not a complicated, there's not a whole lot going on.
Right.
Obviously, with the engine and everything, like it's a complicated system for what it is.
Correct.
But they've minimized the moving parts as a whole.
As much as they could. Whereas
like trying to make the Regera a more luxury car with features and blah, blah, blah. You see what I'm saying?
I do.
Okay.
Can I make a wild take?
100%. Take a wild take.
All right. So this is probably one of my more wilder takes, but this is the way that I view the world, what I believe in. Okay, Marco, might want to use this one. This is what I think about hypercar brands from just everybody. I know that every single hypercar brand, especially the ones that have active founders that speak a lot, they always go back to the fact that the cars were built and designed to be driven. Like Pagani's a piece of artwork, but even they talk about the cars, again, it's a car. It's meant to be driven, okay? Mm-hmm. I get what they're saying, and I 100% know that that's what they mean. But my take and what I truly believe is, because this is also, remember, they're in business at the end of the day. So there's an element of making your clientele believe something about your product, or else you need the edge, right? I don't think that anybody that started a hypercar brand and made these cars, I think Zinger might be the only one that I would give the benefit of the doubt to. Nobody thought that these cars would be driven to the extent that they've been driven in the last 3 or 4 years because of the rise of social media. I think Andrew Tate changed the precedent. When that Bugatti, you see it everywhere, and he was quote unquote driving it. I think it changed. So I think all these owners are starting to drive them more. So now all of a sudden the cars are getting more wear and tear than anybody ever expected. And now the cars are breaking down because they're like, we didn't expect these cars to be operating that much. And now none of the systems besides Bugatti's probably has the infrastructure to handle that many services and stuff like that. I don't think Koenigsegg was ever planning on having like this many services because the cars are really being driven. Because especially those cars are built for freaking performance records and everything between. I think Singer understands that those cars are going to be driven and they're getting ready to be able to handle stuff like that.
Yeah.
Personally, that's the only company I would give a benefit of doubt because they're very recent too.
Yes, they are set up for success in that way because of how all the parts are 3D printed.
Yeah, they got Divergent, just the backbone.
If something breaks, print a new part.
Exactly.
Like part manufacturing is one of the most expensive parts of that sort of a business.
Correct.
And when you don't need to keep molds or do anything like, when you have to redo a new part and you can just print a new part.
Correct.
That cuts a lot of your cost out.
Absolutely.
So,
and they're here in the States too, which I think is a huge advantage for the rest of the world too, especially the way
they can support a lot.
Heck yeah. So I think, again, that's my wild take, is I don't think anybody that's the founder or anybody who made these hypercars ever thought they would really be driven this much. I think they thought they'd be driven, but not the mileage you're seeing. Like, I don't think Bugattis were, again, I don't know the highest mileage Bugatti, but I don't think whatever it is, I don't think anybody Bugatti ever said that car's going to reach that kind of mileage.
Yeah, like how many miles do you think people are actually putting on these Koenigsegg's?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I guess, again, realistically speaking, now that we really talk about it, I think each owner that really drives it, like some of these cars may be up in the high thousands, maybe.
High thousands? What do you mean? What's high thousands?
Like 7,000, 8,000.
7,000.
That's like the high one. If there's one that's 10 to 12, it's probably one of the older ones, maybe. Even I don't think anybody at Koenigsegg thought their car would be driven 15,000 miles. If there's one out there with 15,000 miles, CVK would, again, he's full of crap. There's no way you told him, yeah, that car's going to hit 15K miles.
I mean, there's definitely cars with, like, I'm sure Stradman's is over 15K miles.
That's what I'm saying.
He actually drives the car.
I don't think anybody ever thought that car was going to be driven that much.
But a lot of these guys, they have such big collections that even if they do seem to drive the car a lot, it's still not very much.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like maybe 500 miles a year.
Exactly.
And it looks like a lot.
Exactly.
It's in pictures a lot. It's here, hey, we drove it 10 miles round trip to the show.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. But then it's like, I take the Koenigsegg this week and then the Senna and then the Bugatti and then the that. And it's like, next thing you know, it hasn't actually been driven that much.
Right.
But you're I agree with you 100%. I think a lot of those expectations, even when you see things like with the Valkyrie, when it was like, oh, the whole engine has to be rebuilt every 25,000 miles or whatever.
Yeah, like what?
And people were like, well, there's no one's ever going to drive a Valkyrie 25,000 miles. Well, fast forward X amount of years, people actually drive these cars now. That's not that crazy.
No.
I mean, it is still crazy for a Valkyrie to go 25,000 miles, but Ron might do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Or sorry, Taste might do it.
Yeah, Taste, exactly. Taste will 100% do it. Think about what we're talking about. Like, again, I don't care what anybody tells me. Nobody at Lamborghini thought an SVJ would hit close to 100K miles. I don't care, because they were like, the tranny won't even last that long. So
not even close.
Exactly. So I think everybody across the board, but more hyperscale towards the hypercars. Nobody really thought the cars were going to be driven to this extent. Right. Like, really. Because now they're just become integrated into social media and business, which is wild. People are driving the hell out of them. Yeah. It's almost a flex to be able to say, I drive my car so much. Yeah. Because I'm like, depreciation, I don't even care about it.
For sure.
And it's wild to see it. And I think the hypercar scene is getting a little bit of like an unexpected twist of it, because I don't think anybody was really ready for this.
Well, I think you go back in time. You've got a wave from first, like this, there was a shift from the supercar world, right? Yeah. So early days, like Gallardos and stuff, like the single clutch in a Gallardo would go out in 20,000 miles. Right. But people so rarely hit that, right? And then it's like people started driving those cars more, and it was like, oh, like we need to make a clutch that lasts longer than 20,000 miles, or else people are going to get tired of having to do a $40,000 job on a car that's worth now $100,000 or whatever.
And it affects their secondary market. It affects their ownership, reputation, everything between. There's a lot that goes into this, guys. Don't think it's just that's it. They don't think about this. There's a lot that goes into the owning and even manufacturing supercars.
And then we had the birth of the daily supercar. Yeah. And all of a sudden,
when
it
was
had
the
to
birth
be
officially?
I mean, most people say the R8 is the birth.
I agree.
But the R8 suffered from the same clutch problems as the Huracan. I think the R8 was the first really dailyable, like comfortable car, easy to drive, easy to go in and whatever. But then they had same clutch problems. Yeah. A little longer because it wasn't tuned as aggressively, but you were looking like 30,000 miles. But it was a dailyable car. right?
So then the Huracan at 14 and the switch.
The Huracan and the new R8 really solidified it, where it's like these cars can last,
Crazy,
and you can drive them, jump in, drive them anytime,
like nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I think the birth of the Evo was like the official, like, all right, this is really like the freaking mantle. And then my curiosity peaks at the Urus, because I don't know if did Lamborghini, when they made that product, do you think they really, really, really were expecting it to be as reliable as it is? Because I think it's more reliable in the Huracan platform by a long shot.
Yeah. I mean, it's an Audi.
That's what I'm saying. It's absolutely. I've seen cars with 80,000 miles.
Yeah.
You know how wild that is? A Urus with 80,000 miles.
That is crazy, but it's
not rentals. Like I've seen non-rental Uruses 80K miles.
But it's an RSQ8.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
So like, would you look at an Audi product and be surprised that it makes it 80,000 miles?
No, I've seen a couple R8s with 100K, so it doesn't surprise me anymore.
Don't even think about R8s though. Just think about a normal Audi. Yeah. We're talking about an Audi SUV here.
It's fair.
That's been rebodied.
It's fair.
So take an Audi. You would never look at an Audi SUV and go 80,000 miles. But now we just switch it to a Lambo badge. It's the same car.
Yeah.
And it seems surprising.
It's wild to me.
I don't mean to attack you on your point.
It's a fair point. I don't think Lamborghini really anticipated it.
Yeah.
Like I don't think they expected.
I think they
to
did.
drive that
I think
car.
they did with the Urus.
They did. They're like, people are going to drive these things.
Because it was the Porsche model.
Yeah.
Porsche came out with the Cayenne early 2000s, and it's kind of wild that it took this long for everyone else to follow.
Yeah.
But it's like they look at the Cayenne, just look at what people did with that, and those were not. They're not as expensive, but they were never cheap cars.
No, they're still not. They're not cheap cars now.
Always a premium product, and people put miles on them
like crazy.
So, why not do it with a Lambo?
Yeah,
but non-rentals. Yeah, you're right.
Twin turbo V8. Yeah,
I always get blown away when I see like a Cullinan with 60,000 miles.
That's wild.
Bro, you drove a Rolls that many miles?
That's wild. Honestly, I can kind of see though. I'm not gonna lie to you. I can see how they did it. Now I get it.
It makes sense.
I'm like, I would drive the 60,000 miles. Mm-hmm. I might drive my shit 60,000 miles. I love it, dude. I love it.
But you'll trade them for a you'll put 60 miles on Cullinans.
Yes,
right?
100%. Not this specific Cullinan.
Right. You got to get in and out.
It's those. It's I don't know, man. Those cars are awesome.
The Cullinan.
Yeah, dude. It's just so.
What makes it so awesome?
I think there's three things to it. One is the suspension, the way it feels like it really does ride just stupid. So like that part is like, again, anybody who says like, yeah, for example, it is suspension wise, it's a 7 Series parts. Like you can literally take them off, match BMW part numbers, blah, blah, blah. Oh, yeah, we've all heard it before. That car just drives different. I don't know what exactly it is. I don't care too much about the science, but that thing is just magical. Because the weight combination with the way it steers, it literally feels like you can finger steer a 7,000 pound twin turbo V12. It just doesn't make any sense.
What else can you finger steer?
Not some Rolls Royces.
That one went over your head.
No,
sorry.
Oh, my bad. Sorry, that did go over my head. Sorry, it's not after hours supercar connection.
It's not Supercars after dark.
Yeah, we're not at the Patreon episodes. My bad. I was locked in. I think the interior quality, the way you see, it's like a combination of tech with like analog, but like in an upscale way. I like that a lot. And then, to be honest with you, what really solidified it is, and this is going to sound crazy, the vibes at night in that car with the starlights. You play any Drake song driving in LA at 10 p.m. at night with that vibes, you feel like you made it. You just, whatever childhood dream, you're like, I did it.
So that really is the best SUV, huh? The
best all-around SUV?
So is that why that's the best SUV?
That is the best. That's why the Cullinan is the best SUV, yes.
No, you're good.
I thought we were asking me another question because I was going to start debating on other cars too. Because don't sleep on the G-Wagon.
I'm not sleeping on
that car. That car is awesome. I just don't get SUVs, man. I'm just such a big fan. You don't like them as much as me.
No, I just love being in a position where I can make a move quickly.
Okay. Do you like being low to the ground?
Yes, I like being low to the ground. I like driving down the highway and seeing a gap and being able to just go wah wah
and just hit it and
just be there.
I respect that.
That's what I like.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
No, makes perfect sense.
That's literally the feeling. So I don't want to go on an NSX tangent by any means, but that's what's started to like flip the switch in my head is when I'm driving, and driving the R8, thinking back to the 4C, just thinking about all of my and anything else I've driven, all my supercar experiences. When I'm going, and I'm able to and then like driving the 488, it's kind of like this is what I want in the car, but not in the package of the 488. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I'm like, the ability to just step on it and it goes, and step on it and be able to like maneuver to a spot on the highway or on a road.
It's just elite.
Easily and quickly. Like I'm just connected to the car does what I'm thinking is really what it is. It's like I see it, I want it to happen, and I can make the car just do it. You know what I mean?
I do.
That's my favorite feeling driving. And then the combination of how comfortable and just accessible that car is. And it's like, okay, now I can do that feeling in a car that's easy and comfortable. And then when I ease off, I'm back to just this again.
Yeah, just chill.
That's what started to click when I'm like, I think this is like just the next car for my purpose. But I really like being low and I really like being able to do that. So it's nice to cruise. Like the Cullinan is quite the vibe, don't get me wrong. But it doesn't satisfy my driving style.
I respect that.
So that's it.
You need multiple. That's all.
Multiple driving styles?
You need multiple whips. You're gonna get multiple whips, and then you're gonna be like, all right, I'm down for a Cullinan.
Maybe so. I just wonder if I have to get an SUV. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe so. Then if I'm in an SUV, I was about to say I'd rather have like a Urus or something that I can still do the point and shoot with.
Right.
But then if I'm in the SUV, then I'd rather be in the other car anyway.
It's a different drive. Exactly. Yeah. So it's a different vibe.
I don't want the same drive higher.
Correct. I like ride height, and I'm realizing how much I like going in between the two ride heights. Mm-hmm. So that's why I like the G-Wagon is like a secret little favorite of mine. And again, I can't tell you which one I like better. I like the Cullinan vibe better, but the G-Wagon, the way it drives, like we're talking about just drive perspective. I know a lot of people talk about the G-Wagon drives crappy. It's a little torquey. The body rolls crappy. No. What that car is fantastic, man. Everything it encompasses, it is fantastic. That ride height, that kind of power, that kind of handling, that kind of sound, that kind of luxury interior, everything. Mm-hmm. Don't sleep on it. Anybody says G63 is a crappy driving experience, they're stretching
definitely
it.
Not.
They're stretching
G63 is
they're stretching
such a great feeling.
It's again, for me, I think my favorite part is ride height. There's nothing that beats the feel that car has with that kind of ride height. Because it's not a Jeep feel at all.
Yeah.
It's not like a wind turbine outside, just like it's...
I also like how compact the car feels.
Yeah.
Dimensionally. Like obviously it feels heavy and it feels kind of tanky, but it doesn't feel...
Wheelbase is not too long.
Yeah, the size of the whole vehicle feels manageable.
100%.
Like I feel like I can feel the corners of the car. Or with the Cullinan, it's so long.
Yeah, that hood.
The hood is so long.
Yeah.
Like, I've never felt driving the Cullinan that I have that same sort of in tune.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I know 100% what you mean. I've been looking at Spirit XC. I'm like, she's really out there.
You can't wear the Cullinan.
Not at all.
To your saying that you like to say you wear that car, you can't wear the Cullinan.
No, not at all.
You drive the Cullinan.
You're in the boat back
of the Cullinan. You can kind of wear the G63 when you want to.
You can wear that car. Especially if you got that bolsters where they move with you.
They hug you.
You're wearing that.
Yeah. So 100%. I like to wear the car.
Yes, I agree. I think the G63 is an awesome combination. Mm-hmm. Urus is similar but different. But I think the problem with the Urus that I don't like is the ride height. Yeah. Like it drives just as well as the G-Wagon in a different way.
Right.
It has probably better handling. It feels smoother. But what the G-Wagon does, I would always pick it over the Urus.
Yeah, the Urus just didn't feel special to me.
Can I tell you what the Urus has that does give an advantage in the SUV world?
What?
It has the ability, again, if you do like downpipes in a tune, it can add the sound aspect that most SUVs
It can sound crazy.
It can sound really good. Like I think the Pro Songway is probably the one that now can probably sound well.
It can sound way better.
Exactly.
The Pro Songway?
So I never really thought about this.
You heard that clip I sent you?
The one that just sounds ballistic?
Yes.
So like you're talking about SUVs are now adding the element of the sound. Like that's where they have the leg up. Because the G-Wagon, you can make sound good, but it doesn't sound like what these other two sound like.
Because now imagine,
sound like shit.
Imagine driving an SUV and it sounds like your H12.
Oh, I know, right? It's my dream. Like that's literally my final position. I'm good. I don't need anything else after that.
It's a wild thought.
We'll see. I'm telling you, I think that...
Now imagine driving a two-door hatchback with 4 seats. It sounds like your H12.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. That's where I draw the line.
That's where I lose you.
Yeah, you take a left and I just keep going straight. I'm not doing it.
You want the next topic?
Let's run it.
You're gonna run free on this one.
Ooh, let's hear it.
Okay.
Let's hear it.
I've been wanting to talk about this for a minute because there was a clip that was big from someone else. And this is for Doug DeMuro.
Aye.
On Doug DeMuro's podcast.
Aye.
Doug DeMuro said that the Porsche Cayman GT4 is the nucleus of the sports car. And I think he is totally wrong.
I've seen this clip.
It's the Corvette C8. The Corvette C8 is the nucleus of the sports car.
Thank you. Do you think that's the nucleus 100%?
100%.
Are you messing with me?
No, I'm not messing with you.
Okay.
The C8 Corvette is the nucleus of the sports car.
Let's hear it.
So in his whole video,
Because I agree with you. He's full of shit.
he was saying that no one needs more than a Cayman GT4. And that's the center. And if you buy anything but a Cayman GT4, it's just because you have a preference for more of something else. Does that argument make sense? Like,
yeah.
You want a car that's faster. You don't need a car faster than the GT4, but you want one.
Right.
So you go to a faster car. You want a car that X, Y, whatever it is, whatever direction, that's the center.
Right.
But I think
he's wrong.
Yeah, like $120,000 Cayman can't be the center of the sports car.
No, it's, you know what it is? He's respecting too much of the mass pop, a little bit A, but B, like, and this is again my 100% opinion, and we'll go back to this. This is a good topic to debate on. That car is just it's not enough to be the nucleus.
Right.
It's not. It's way too underwhelming in a lot of categories.
And sales volume alone should prove this point. There's a reason why there's a million C8 Corvettes,
100%,
and everyone wants one, because for most people that is all they need.
Yeah,
it's all they need.
It's the perfect.
They can
car.
go get one for $60,000 or $70,000. It is mid-engined. It's plenty of power. It's plenty of noise. It handles fine. It's plenty of comfort. It does. If you want to go to the canyons, it'll do just fine in the canyons for the normal person.
Yeah.
If you want to take it to a track day, it'll do just fine on a track day for the normal person. If you want to rip down the highway, it'll rip down the highway faster than a Cayman GT4.
You want to get off the line?
Person.
2.90 to 60 with launch. You're gapping most cars.
Right.
Way above you.
You want to put a bag in the front, put a bag in the back.
Think about it here. New tech, you want to take the top off?
Mm-hmm. It's the nucleus of the sports car.
It 100% is the nucleus of the sports car.
No one needs more than the C8 Corvette.
I agree.
I want more.
I agree.
No one
100%.
needs more. But that's why it's so popular.
It is. And again,
because it's the nucleus.
We're talking about everything too. So you have to consider, and this is what I think Doug just misses completely. You have to consider everything that really goes into the modern supercar market or modern sports car market. And price is extremely relative. So I think if you add that factor into it, it solidifies it as a nucleus because it's literally extremely achievable. So like you don't need more. You're right, because I don't need to spend 120 grand on a flat six when I can spend 70 grand, 85 grand on a American sports car V8.
60 grand.
60 grand, exactly.
I'm pretty sure you can go get a C8 Corvette for 60 grand.
You probably could with a higher mileage. I don't doubt it right now.
Right, for higher mileage.
So think about what Doug said. The nucleus, you don't need any more. So if you add price, yes, I don't need to spend six figures on a flat German 6.
You don't need to spend $40,000 more than a C8 to get a GT4.
To be slower and not have that much handling difference.
Right.
Because again, I don't know the numbers, but a GT4 versus C8, I guarantee you the track times are somewhat comparable. Because the C8 was revolutionary when they switched the motor to the back. So I guarantee you it performs relatively similar. I'm willing to bet right now. And I don't know the numbers. So if I'm off, I'm off. But I'm taking a risk saying that. I know the C8 platform. I'm confident to say that. Think about that.
Really, that's just a take of someone who loves the GT4 a lot.
Correct.
And goes, a lot of people want something that's faster and they want to go get the 911, but they really don't need the 911. The GT4 is just enough for them. But that doesn't make it the nucleus of the entire sports car market.
Correct.
The C8 Corvette is the nucleus of the sports car market.
I think that's a brilliant take.
If you want something slower and cheaper, you get a Miata.
Yep.
If you want something faster and more expensive, you get a Z06, a Huracan, all the way up, whatever you want to get.
Yep. If you
flashier, Lambo.
If you want a flat six, then you go get that GT4. But there's just no reason to. I think one of my biggest things that go against that is like you don't need anything more. So like when I'm picturing people growing up as a child and stuff like that, and thinking about like their first car they're gonna get, because the C8 is very attainable as like a relatively first sports car, which I think is why it fits the nucleus. Because I don't think a nucleus car can be that's out of touch from the average person. I think that adds to. Remember, it's the center, so it has to be
the nucleus.
It has to be attainable, achievable, which is what Corvette stands on. I don't know anybody that growing up they go, I hope one day I can own a flat six. I just nobody as a child was talking about that. Everyone's talking about sports cars, big cars, fast cars, big V8s, everything. I just don't meet anyone that's like, dude, when I get older, I'm gonna rip a flat six and just absolutely murder that car. I can't picture in my head. I feel it's so soft in my opinion.
I would also say that the C8 ended up breaking, which we in the very beginning, the C8 would break the market. You said it a million times. So, hey, I'll give you your roses, your flowers. What do you like to say?
Whatever, I'll take this one.
I'll give you your flowers on, and I mean, I don't think I disagreed with you, but I'll give you your flowers on always saying that the C8 was going to kind of break the market. And I wouldn't necessarily say that it's broken, but I don't think the C7, you could necessarily make the same argument with it being front engine compared to everything. Now they moved the engine to the back. It's an equal playing field.
Yeah, 100%.
And they've made that car the nucleus of
Quite
the
literally.
sports car.
I think the C8 started it. I think the Z06 is what I would consider back, knowing what I was trying to get my point across back then when I said it's going to break the market. The C06 is the one that really broke the market, because what I meant was you have a guy that would be normally shopping for a Ferrari that is now considering a Corvette because of the way it is. That's what I meant by break the market. Like he's quite literally changing the landscape in which the supercar buyer is. Because now, again, every time that somebody was buying a Ferrari, they'd look at a Corvette and go, all right, yeah, it's cheaper, but it doesn't drive the same. It's a V8. It's different. It's engineered completely differently. But when the Z06 came out, again, 458 competitor, now they're looking at anything, either a 458 or 488, and they're like, well, maybe I'll get a Z06. That's what I considered changed the market. It broke the market, because it took buyers from where they were at, considering a lesser priced option, because the car was so ahead of its price point and performance and everything else between.
Right.
That's what I meant by break the market.
For the Z06, there are supercars available.
What do you mean?
Whether you say the Z06 is a supercar or not, for the price that you go and buy a Z06, anyone that buys a Z06 is saying no to supercar options. 100%,
because now there's a plethora of options now that again we're very far out from the golden gen of supercars, that 14, 15, 16, a lot in that price range now.
Which, like, before this, you look at the
Z01 market. Sorry, go ahead.
But you look at a Z06 before this, the previous gen was $100,000. What supercar were you getting for $100,000 in 2017, 18?
You weren't.
Nothing.
I think Gallardo's were at that balance.
Right,
Gallardo's were low hundreds.
But now you're talking about a 15-year-old Lambo.
Yeah, think about it. That was
a Z06.
That was what it was.
Now it's like you can get a 5-year-old McLaren, 6-year-old McLaren,
instead of a Z06,
or you could get an Acura NSX or an Audi R8. It's not that old and not that used.
Yeah, even a GT3
or a GT3.
That's a sports car, but yeah.
Or you can go get a Z06, and there's a lot of people going out and buying the Z06.
I'm seeing it pick up on TikTok a lot, which is, again, I do brain rot on TikTok time to time, and I'm noticing the what's happening currently. This is, anybody wants the teenager beef on TikTok. This is the update. Everybody's it's M4 versus C8 Z06. Like, you know how the G80 M4 is like the kid car type thing? The C8 Z06 is also becoming a dark horse in that. Like, everybody that's in those age groups are going C8 Z06 instead of an M4. That's like the new vibe about it, which is freaking wild to talk about. But what do those two cars have in common? Cheaper price points, supercar performance. It broke the marketplace. It perfectly sits in a world where you have to consider it, because it performs so well. Now talking about the ZR1, we're talking about a $300K, $250K price tag. Are you picking a Huracan or are you picking a ZR1?
$250K. I saw an email screenshot from a dealer emailing customers that they would give them a build slot for MSRP plus $10,000 for full PPF and ceramic coat. So they had to buy the PPF and ceramic coat for 10 grand, but now they're doing upcharges, but having to throw in a product.
Right, to be able to do
the markup.
Yeah. So that's like a $5K markup then.
So we're at a point where they don't seem to be able to get rid of those cars for any serious markup anymore.
No, I don't think it's going to go too crazy, because again, the depreciation is still in effect with those Corvettes, especially the new ZR1, because I think they're going to make them. I think this is going to be the most produced ZR1 ever. So
probably
it will absolutely be. So again, I'm not going to sit here and say that car is going to hold its value crazy. I just think it's wild that, like, if you look at the current market, like what you can get for $250 on a ZR1, like, genuinely, like, this is a genuine question. Everybody is listening to this podcast. Are you really picking an Evo over a ZR1? Are we really doing that?
It's so hard.
That is wild.
Isn't it wild?
No. It's wild that you're saying that it's hard.
No, I know. I'm admitting that it's wild that I'm saying that it's hard.
Like, that is like,
because I'm sitting here and I'm like, so badly I just want to say but Lambo. But then I think about all that the ZR1 is capable of and how fast, like how crazy it really is.
Like
really, it would, for me, it'd be hard not to get the 720.
I understand.
Because with the 720, I'm like, there's nothing, I don't need anything faster than a 720.
You're 100%
So
spot on.
if the ZR1 is faster than the 720,
It's fast.
I don't care. I don't really need anything faster than the 720. But I get doors that go up, and I get a UFO looking car.
I agree.
And I get everything that goes along with, you know, having the McLaren and the 720 instead of the ZR1.
Right.
So that's my only dilemma. With the Huracan, it's kind of like Huracan will feel slow after having it for a month.
Think about how different in speed those two cars really are. Like,
Very.
They're not close at all. like
Like ZR1 and the Huracan?
At all.
Or the 720?
At all.
Yeah.
The Huracan ZR1, those cars in speed wise, they are so far apart. Like we're talking, if the Huracan's a 4, the ZR1's a 10. That's how bad the gap is.
Are you taking a ZR1 over a clean 720S Spider today?
Today, yeah, I am.
You are.
I've had both. I've had the 720. So I'm doing it partly because I need to feel what the ZR1 feels like. I need to spend time with it to know if it's going to stick. And this is me being fair and non-biased. I need to drive the car to be able to feel it. Because my worry with it is the 720 has just an element of like the part of the thing that makes the 720 so special that like I've loved the car so much. So I'm always trying to refine my description of why it's so awesome. Speed is one thing. Okay. The suspension and how raw it is another thing because it's a perfect balance. It's not as raw as a 600, but it's just raw enough. I think the thing that makes that car so fantastic is the way it's built, again, and you have the carbon tub. That car just drives a certain way because of the way that the monocoque is, plus the weight. So, like, that car offers something because it's literally a feather. So I think that's part of what's crazy. That's why the acceleration feels so wild because you don't feel any amount of heaviness at all. I think the ZR1 is 600 to 700 pounds more, if I'm not mistaken. Now, granted, you're talking about 300 horsepower more, and the ZR1 is rear-wheel drive. And it hooks and is faster than the 720. Like, do you guys understand that the 0 to 60 time on a ZR1 is faster than a 720 when it has 300 horsepower more and it's rear-wheel drive? Do you understand the electrical components that has to go into that ECU to be able to tell the car to de-torque itself, to be able to grip in first and second gear and increase as it goes? Like, it's
800 pounds more.
800 pounds more. Think about it.
800 pounds more. It's a 3,800 pound car.
Right. So I think
that's a lot. That's a heavy car.
It is. Think about that. So I think depending on how it drives, if it does feel as heavy as it does, but it still goes, I do like the lighter car feel. I've realized how much I appreciate it, and I think that's why the 720 really does feel so special, is because how light it is and how
Because you wear that car.
You wear that motherfucker.
The lighter the car is, the more you wear it.
Exactly. So I think that part of it is special. So I would pick a ZR1 off the blink because I've never done it and I need to see what it is. And then to continue and hold the answer, I need to spend at least a week driving that car.
A week.
Because I want to take it everywhere.
Okay. You know my problem with the ZR1?
Hit me.
Which I wonder if this would affect you at all.
Hit me.
With supercars, there's always the element of how the car makes you feel, right?
Right.
Would the ZR1 like scratch that for you? Because at the end of the day, even though you love Corvette and how much you love Corvette, driving a $250,000 Corvette, would it give you that like, I'm driving this?
No, I know what you mean. So 2 years ago a year ago I think I would say absolutely not. I'm getting older and I feel less and less the need to have that feeling. Like I actually just care about what I care about. Like, you know, we talked about we were Lambo bros in the beginning, like we like attention. I still love attention, but my attention whoreness has definitely fallen off a little bit.
Okay.
So I think I'm more inclined to own the ZR1 and not even think about it. But it depends. Is that my only car?
No.
Like, could I just swap it for something or just add it to my current collection?
Yeah, I just mean if you were buying a car today with what you have, not necessarily trading anything in.
Then yeah, I could easily have that because the 812 scratches the itch, the Cullinan scratches the itch. The ZR1 is like, it's not about.
I'm just trying to go rip.
Yeah, no, exactly. It's not. It's nothing other than like that would be the perfect car for me to be like my beat around. Let's go rip car. That would be the perfect car because it's at a reasonable price point to be able to have.
But
it
when
as
you
a
go
car.
rip and you're with an SV and you're with a McLaren and you're with this and then you're like, I'm in the Corvette.
The only way,
even though it rips,
the
you're
only
the
way,
Corvette guy.
The only
amongst
way,
the
only
people
way it's okay.
Who do you rip with?
The only way it's okay.
You know who you're ripping with.
I know. The only way it's okay is if I'm way faster than everybody, which is why I want to drive it. If I'm absolutely like nobody's touching me, then I would feel it's like being the Turbo S guy amongst all the other loud presence cars. Like, yeah, you're beating me, but like I can't hear you, and you're probably not enjoying the drive as much as I am. That's the only way I'd be okay with it. Like if I go race with a bunch of Ventadors and I'm pissed off that I can't hear my shit, but I'm gapping them, it would increase a little bit. It'd be bearable. But if I was slower and it didn't sound right and I don't have the presence, then just screw it then.
Okay.
But I think the ZR1, I think that some of those cars are going to look aggressive. Like I think the ZR1 is going to be able to be like, people are going to mod those cars and look nasty. Nasty. Just wait. Mm-hmm. I want to see the ZR1 X's too, but we can stop talking about Corvettes.
Do you think they're going to look nasty when they mod them?
No,
what are they going to do?
No, I think those cars, like some people are going to make those cars look disgustingly aggressive.
Can I ask how?
Yeah, like just add some more body kit parts, put some nasty wheels on them, lower them.
Yeah.
Like those cars already look.
Yeah, because like wheels in a lower. I'm just like, you get the Z07 package.
Yeah.
Or what do they call it in the ZR1?
I don't even know, but the ground effects package.
You get the track package with all the everything. I don't know how much more you can throw on.
Right, like just add maybe like, for example, imagine like a wide body ZR1 with lowered with wheels. Like it's just exactly, it's gonna look like a GT3 race. Totally, yeah, totally. No, absolutely not. We're not children here. Okay, we know we're a Corvette, but we're not children.
We're not bagging ZR1s.
No, we're not bagging ZR1s. But I'm just thinking of like a really nice, like really crazy multi-spoke wheel, lowered, wide body kit, all the carbon ground effects, just absolutely nasty. Turbo spew, like just disgusting. Red guts, matte black, just murdered red guts. Mm-hmm. Come on, that's gonna be pretty hot. Imagine a
for sure
wide body, full carbon, murdered out ZR1 with wheels and red guts.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't think I need it wide bodied, but
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
that car would look disgusting.
Matte black with just the FX package
and red guts.
The front lip and the side skirts and the big wing in carbon.
Red guts.
Everything glossy carbon, matte black body, all red interior.
That would be freaking nasty.
Yeah, I can take it.
Can anybody get me a spec? If anybody's watching this that can get me an actual, like, to be able to spec one, let's have a conversation, because I'd be interested in specing one. If I could spec it, that's the only way I'd want one. Or else I'd have to wait till like I see
at
my
MSRP.
spec. And MSRP.
I don't know.
I'll do a little lick if I have to, but I would do it because if those cars are getting delivered within 6 months, I'd do it. Mm-hmm. The only thing is, I don't know if we'd have to trade the Z06 in. My old man's not gonna be happy about that. He really likes that car.
For a little upgrade?
I don't know. He talks about, like, he's like, let's get a ZR1. And I'm like, first off, you're way too attached to the Z06. Like, it's bad. You have no idea. He's gotten so attached to that car.
How many do you know how many miles he's put on it?
He's put a lot. It's
really?
It's probably at like 15, 16K.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's definitely been driven. Mm-hmm. But I'm not gonna lie to you, he talks about the Z06 being the nucleus, not in his, he doesn't say those terms, but he's like, you don't need anything more than this. You don't need anything more than this. Like, it's perfect. It's perfect. And I'm like, yeah, I get it. Yeah, I get it. Mm-hmm. He's big on that. So he's like attached himself to the car. Yeah. He's worried. He's like, it's not going to sound as good. The turbo is going to be different, blah, blah, blah. But then he also really boosts the turbos because he's brainwashed Chevy guy. So he's like, they made turbos without turbo lag, blah, 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 this and that, because of the way that they positioned it. So, like, he's going against his own opinion sometimes, which he does tend to do sometimes.
Yeah, you just got to give him some time to talk himself into it. Huh?
Yeah, exactly. So I need to spend some time with one. Like, if I can get him in a driver's seat of one, there's no question.
Yeah.
I can get rid of that car, no problem. We can get a ZR1.
He feels that pull?
Yeah. That's all he needs to do. Yeah.
All he needs to do is feel that
pull. All he does need to feel that pull. Because I want to feel that pull. Come on, you got to be able to.
Yeah, I want to feel
the pull. Yeah, I was saying, you got to, you tell me you can't, you have a little desire to drive that car?
I would like to feel the pull.
All right, come on. That's all I
feel
want.
the pull.
Again, the ZR1 I think the ZR1 is going to make Corvette a little cooler in the eyes of everybody. But people have to experience it. I also think, the problem, this is the last thing I'll say about Corvettes, we'll move on.
Okay.
I don't think everybody who hates on Corvettes, they just never had the opportunity to experience one. Every single time the average person, hear what I just said, the average person drives a Corvette, they go, this is freaking awesome. Sure, some people that have owned multitude of supercars, they drive a Corvette and they're like, yeah, it performs well, but this, and this. Because yeah, when you've had a 720, a 458, an Aventador, an 812, I can very much tell you, yes, the Z06 doesn't do this particularly well compared to this car. Like, I can hit you with the nitty gritty too. But you take an average day person that's driven a sports car or two in their life and never driven a Corvette, and you put them in the seat of a Z06, they're like, what the heck am I driving? Mm-hmm.
For sure.
That's why it's until somebody experiences it, I understand why people don't like Corvettes. If you've never driven one, I can get why you don't like them. But when you drive one, I guarantee you're going to look at it and be like, it's not bad. This is not bad.
Definitely not bad. Sounds good. Drives good.
It's pretty fast.
This video I sent you of the 720S pool, I think everyone should go find this video.
Can you put the link in the
Maybe.
our little thing?
We'll see what happens.
Yeah. Destin, can we put the link in the thing? What is it called? Description?
The user is at 720 addict
On IG?
on IG. And he goes,
It's in Miami.
it says Mexico. He pulls out on the road.
That
and
is
then
Dixie Highway.
he pulls out on the road, starts going. Midway through second, he steps on it. And you
Hard.
see the pull, you see the revs, you hear it all. You see how hard that car takes off, and you can watch the speedometer and everything. This video was the first, because we've talked about how crazy the 720S feels compared to everything else. It is so fast.
It's awesome.
And you really can't describe it.
No.
The feeling can only be felt. And then I watched this video, and I thought, this is the first time I've seen a video that I feel like captures the actual feeling of driving the car.
It's weird.
Which is a POV video.
Yeah.
So it makes sense.
Something about the way he recorded it, like I could physically feel, like if I was sitting there, and I could feel the motion of what's happening.
I could feel it in my mind palace when I'm watching the video.
Exactly.
And he pulls, and then you just see him go from 30 to 100 like that, and you just hear it, and you see how fast it's revving through the gears too, and it's like, and it's the vibrations of the video and everything.
Yeah.
Like you can see how it's pulling.
It's the fact that you could see the camera rattle just like your eyes would when you're driving.
Right.
It's got the same rattle.
Like how it kind of rocks back and forth
Yeah.
while he's filming it.
Can I tell you guys something about the 720? That's
Go find this video and
click
watch
the link
it.
in the description. I'm gonna make
This-
Destin can do it. He's
This
very
is
capable
what
human being.
driving a 720 feels like. It is so hard to describe, but you watch this video and maybe it'll give you a glimpse of what that feeling actually is. It is the most insane feeling, accelerating in a 720.
I think what part of it adds to the 720. So like if you and I want to expand on our opinion on this thing, I think what people got to really hone in on that car is the way that the gearing is. Like that car rips through gears faster than any car I've ever driven. Ferraris, everything else. Because again, even take like a GT3 812 458. That's a 9,000 red line. That car is very, and it does not gear.
It rides
quickly.
it out.
It rides it out because it has to, and that's the way the car is, like, again, engineered. That 720,
Which is a fun experience in its own way.
absolutely.
Yeah.
The 720, you can go from first to fourth gear, automatic shifting, not paddles, in literally 2 seconds, 2.5 seconds. Like you're literally, it's disgusting.
Yeah, the engine just revs so fast.
And it's in the way the transmission is, it's a very, 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 very nice transmission. It kicks it, and by the time it shifts, it's damn near almost shifting again because you're literally blistering speed. It's next level.
Yeah.
It's next level.
That's why I'm so stuck on McLaren. That feeling that's shown in that video is why I can't let it go.
I personally think, and again, another hot take, whatever you want to say, if you can afford one supercar comfortably and you can afford it without thinking you can afford the maintenance, there's no reason you should not have a McLaren. Again, they're problematic. So if you're stretching for a car, 720 is not your gig.
Yeah, probably not the move.
Not your move because you want to be safer in value hold and you want to not be less on your maintenance costs. So it's not your move. But if you can comfortably afford a supercar where you're like, maintenance bill, something breaks, I don't care. Give me one reason why you don't have a McLaren.
Right.
There's no other car driving better, I promise you. Cars sound better? Sure. That's the one angle I'll give you. Driving better? I don't care what you tell me. There's just no car that drives like the 720, the 600, the 750, the 765 LT. Those all four have unique driving experiences to themselves, and they all shit on a variety of cars.
Pretty much all
All the
cars.
cars. Think about it. So if you can
McLaren Glazers.
Yeah.
We're just going to rename our podcast McLaren Glazers.
I'm so down. I will all day long on a freaking McLaren. I got no problem at all. Because
You
again,
hit the Hawk Tua.
100%. I
the
need
McLaren
people
exhaust.
to understand how serious I am about it. If you can maintain the car, you can upgrade the freaking inlet pipes for the coolant, the radiators.
If writing a $15,000 check to a dealership isn't the end of the world to you, and you're like, it's worth it to have the car that's that great, it's the right car.
100%.
If that's gonna like put you in some crazy stressful situation, if I can barely afford these payments, but I'm making it happen, and then boom, all of a sudden I figured out I got to write a check to the dealer for $15,000 to fix it, not your car.
Not at all.
not your car.
Not at all.
Go into it with your eyes open, but as long as you know what you're getting yourself into and you can afford to, take that risk, nothing feels that.
Nothing feels it. Nothing. And I know the Porsche angle is there, but like if you're not canyoning the car 2 to 3 times a week, you can't really give me against. There's nothing that works against it. It handles better. Yeah, I mean, sure. Does it really? Probably not.
Better, though?
It doesn't.
You can canyon at 720.
Exactly.
Are you kidding me?
It really doesn't.
Yeah.
Then again, if you're taking your car to Angeles Crest 3 times a week, I will then give you the thumbs up. Yeah, you made the better decision with the GT3 because you really are only driving up there. If you're an adult and you don't do that and you can do that and you want to just have fun and you can afford the maintenance, there's just no reason not to have a 720. At least a 600 LT, at least.
600 LT would be the move for the canyons.
Yep. I also think the not the Valkyrie, the Valhalla coming out. I definitely think that car is 100% going to be the most popular car a year from now.
Is it going to be dropping a year from now?
I don't even know, but
yeah,
a year from drop date.
I know what you're saying. Yeah.
That car, I've again.
I think so too.
We've been around enough cars. We've driven enough cars. I understand what people like. I understand what people don't like. That car has the bones of everything everybody likes, from the way the door opens, from the way the exhaust exits, to how spacious the cabin is, the tech inside, the way it looks, everything. That car has every bone to be the #1 leading attractive car, social media and presence-wise, and driving experience, as long as it delivers the driving experience I think it is, to be the most, I think it's going to be the SVJ replacement.
I think that's a great take.
Thank you very much.
I think you're spot on.
Thank you.
And that's the way you described it was perfect.
Thank you very much.
The fact, the exhaust placement and everything.
Everything. Every detail.
How they've laid it out. Yeah. They really took the ultimate things, the ultimate cool factors of every car and really packed it into that car.
Everything.
And I think they're struggling, from what I know, I think they're struggling to sell them all.
Which is wild. Because again, I think people are going to drive them. That's why I say give it a year.
People are scared to spend that much on an Aston Martin.
I agree.
Aston Martin means depreciation.
100%.
But when they make a car like this, I don't know if it's going to be the same.
This is new Aston too. Mm-hmm. Aston ain't Aston anymore. Aston's Aston now.
Aston's on the rise.
Aston is on the rise.
Now, I don't know who's paying $600 for a Vanquish.
Yeah, but
that's a little.
Yeah, but
they're out there with that one. But
they got a new car. We're very bullish on Aston Martin right now. Mm-hmm. Extremely. I would buy Aston Martin stock. That's how bullish I am on the company.
I don't know if I'm that bullish on the company.
I'm bullish on the company.
But
I'm taking leaps.
I think the Valkyrie is for sure going to be a huge hit. And I think anyone the people that take the leap, you look at the 918 Spider, which now we're comparing a Porsche product, and that can be tricky, but they struggled to sell those cars. They had to bribe people to buy those cars.
Yeah, think about that.
And now they're selling for double MSRP. I think this is going to be a similar situation. I think people are going to, it's going to be, it's difficult for them to sell these cars. They're going to spec upwards to $1 million most likely. But I think it's going to be a 1.5 car once they're all said and done. Once they're driving around the streets, people start seeing them on Instagram. They start seeing their favorite course bro rip one down the street in Brickell. All of a sudden, Carrio's going to have 4 of them, and they're going to be 1.7 million each.
Yep, especially they can control the market depending on how those cars roll out. Mm-hmm. It's going to be nasty. I'm just thinking of the potential for that car. It's like you said.
Got your favorite doors, too.
Exactly. I'm telling you, they looked at every car that was extremely popular at every price point, and they went, okay, what is something good we can take from each car? And they incorporated in every aspect to that freaking car. Be honest with you, if I had to consider like the next carrot that I'm like the big one that I'm like, all right, that's out there, but let's go for it. That in my mind is what I would like to have in a year to 2 years time frame. Yeah, that's the carrot. Like I'm not as SVJ happy anymore. I'm like, I want that
because it's going to be. I think you're going to be. It's like that the 4GT or the Senna.
Yeah, exactly.
Is going to be the realm that's in.
And I think it's going to dominate those other two.
Mm-hmm. It's going to be way more limited than the 4GT, and it's not a V6, which is a reason why the 4GT doesn't get some of the traction it does, I think.
Yeah, I 100% agree.
And it's tiny in there,
because
4GT.
Because it looks awesome.
So it looks awesome.
So the Valhalla looks just as good, but now you have the motor and performance that it should with, again, imagine when somebody puts an exhaust on the Valhalla.
It's a high revving V8, right? I don't remember the exact specs.
I believe it is too. I'll look it up. But imagine when somebody puts an exhaust on that thing.
Mm-hmm. Coming out the back, right behind you.
Think about that.
Shooting flames out the back of the car.
Oh my goodness. What motor?
Then the doors go up the way they do. The car looks the way it does. The car's insane. Someone put some wheels on one of those.
Disgusting. All right, so yeah, it's got a 4.0-liter turbo flat plane crank V8 that revs. Let me see here. Where's the red line on this thing? Does it give it to me?
9,000.
It's 817 horsepower. Disgusting. 8-speed DCT. Why is it not? What is the red line here? Give me my freaking red line.
Come on.
Sorry, hold on. I got it here.
I'm looking up the weight.
7,200 RPM. So not extremely high. Focusing on hybrid torque and drivability rather than extreme RPMs like the Valkyrie's 11,100. So this car's engineered a little differently. It's going to be fast as hell, I'll tell you that. It's going to be fast as hell. The imagery, though, the car just looks mental, dude. Like, look at that. That thing looks mental.
It does look. It looks fantastic.
Can I say something kind of crazy? It kind of looks like a McLaren. I hate to say it. It's got a lot of McLaren properties to it, from the roof scoop. The roof scoop. You seen the roof scoop on that car?
Yeah.
It's like the biggest actually functioning roof scoop I've ever actually seen on a car. Like, that roof scoop's actually cooling that motor. I like fully believe it. Every other car, every single like other car like that.
The wings up from the back.
Oh, dude, that car's awesome.
If you can see
That car's awesome.
this car, it's an awesome car. I'll be the Valhalla Glazer for sure.
I'm glad that Gavin agreed with my take. This is a fantastic day.
Those doors.
I'm telling you, that car's special.
Yeah.
I did tweak my back getting into one at Monterey Car Week, which
You did.
I'm not
Yeah,
proud
you
to
did.
admit, but I definitely did. So
We'd have to get you right for.
yeah, I
you
gotta
were
get
getting in and
I
out
gotta
of
get
one
way more
regularly.
dialed. Yeah, it's just no shot. Again, because it is roomy in there. Once you're in, it's not bad. But once you got to get in, because
gotta get in.
It is a
down,
mission. Yeah, it's a
You
mission.
got to get over that tub
And down
in
there.
Yeah.
It's a lot of trust falling into that seat. If anybody's going to buy mine after me, that just expect the seat to probably be worn in a little bit, because I'm going to probably kill those bolsters.
I don't trust fall, so you know. What I mean?
Yeah, Gavin just.
I'm supercar sized. I just get it. Yeah.
Yeah, when you sit down, it's like, when I sit down, it's that's what you hear on my seat. It's bad.
I just step on in there.
I'm cooked.
Easy money. But yeah, that car. I'm agreeing with you. I'm bullish on the Valhalla. If I had $1 million to spend on a car, that's probably what I would get.
I honestly think it's safe to say, and this is, again, I think this goes to Rolls-Royce, Bentley, McLaren, Aston Martin, everything in between that's British. I think driving experience-wise, it's really hard to say that British cars don't take extreme, like they're definitely up there with the driving experience. Italian cars, German cars, British cars, those are the top three. But then on top of that, I think if British cars can if every single British brand has a reliability stigma, that's the number one thing. If they can dial in that aspect, it makes all those cars not only just so much better in the marketplace, but it makes them really the top in each category. Like you take any Aston Martin product that's more reliable, it is like, I think that car, when you talk about what Ferraris try to do with a combo of GT sports car, I think the Aston Martin product is quite literally the best blend of that concept. If they just made them reliable, they would be the best product in that area. Then you look at McLaren. If they made them reliable, it would be the best product in the supercar market. Rolls-Royces the Cullinans have become 10,000 times more reliable than any Rolls-Royce. You're seeing Cullinans with 60, 70,000 miles.
They got to partner with big brands.
That's what I'm saying. If the British cars can figure out reliability, they will dominate the automotive space, because they're amazing cars.
Yeah.
Amazing cars. High price point, but amazing cars.
Yeah. Well, now Aston Martin has fully partnered with Apple for their electronics.
Think about that.
So
We'll see.
the screen should work.
Yep.
Apple's behind it.
Think about it.
Not just CarPlay, like the entire UI
Everything.
of the system is Apple.
They also have the most advanced CarPlay now too.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, it's exactly. I'm just adding to. I'm adding to your point. Like, they have a whole, like, people who like. I love CarPlay, so the fact that I would buy the car just for that added aspect to it.
Because the car that has CarPlay, they design the whole UI system, UX system of the screen, and then you plug in CarPlay, and then you use Apple's UI on the screen.
It's awesome.
Apple CarPlay Plus, I think they're calling it.
Yeah.
The whole UI is designed by Apple.
Everything.
So when you're changing your temperature of your AC, that's an Apple product. Anything you're doing in the car, anything you're doing on the screen was designed by Apple.
You're going to be able to 100%. Again, don't misquote. I'm just shooting in the dark here. You're going to have, as they develop it, they're going to come out with more features that make your iPhone more compatible with your car to do certain features that no other car has ever done. I'm very excited to see where it happens.
Yeah, we'll see what happens for sure. Can I give my hot take of the?
Yeah.
Which I guess I've maybe given more than one hot take.
We both given some crazy takes today.
Which the Doug take was not hot.
No, that was
That's
spot on.
truth.
That was facts.
I think it was a hot take to say
Factual.
the GT4 is the nucleus of the
Yeah.
sports.
Also, Doug, if you get to hear this or see this, come on our podcast. We'll go on yours. We'll do a little combo and let's debate it. I'm more than happy to debate it with you. I'm going to dress just like you though, just to give you a heads up.
The GT4 is definitely the quirky pick.
It is exactly. It is above the knees cargo shorts pick.
Yes.
This
above
is
the knees or below the knees? Mid knee?
Above the knee. Above the knee.
Above
like,
the knee.
Yeah, like the above the knee cargo short pick with the basic like polo, that Old Navy type thing. No.
Okay, my last hot take. So this whole Vegas event, which I'm kind of sad I missed out on because wow, what a lineup of cars. But this Vegas concourse event, we saw a new Pagani Kotuluga. What a name!
What?
Kotuluga. I'm just
Chattanooga.
I'm just pronouncing it how it's spelled.
How is it spelled? Kaluga?
Coda
Coda.
Luga.
Kotuluga.
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 It sounds like a fat whale, but go ahead.
The Pagani Kotuluga. So that they brought out this green one, all green outside, green inside. Oh, dude. The matte mint green car. My hot take is that, well, I mean, really just the model in general, but that car was all over the internet for a whole week. And Pagani has only made like 3 ugly cars ever, and that's one of them. I think that's like the ugliest Pagani I've maybe ever seen.
You don't like it?
Other than the Wyra BC that's spec'd in exposed carbon, green, purple, red, and yellow.
They lost their damn mind with that.
Yeah, I don't know who did that and who okayed that.
Yeah, no,
that was ridiculous.
Somebody took
That's the ugliest Pagani ever created.
By a landslide. Somebody took a full chocolate bar and just started designing that shit. They went off the rails.
Yeah, was there brown in there?
They went off the rails with it.
Red, purple, and green in yellow. Tinted carbon fiber. All 4 of those colors on the body.
It's bad.
It's hideous. But this all green Kotuluga is right up there, ugliest Pagani. I hate it. I hate the Kotuluga in general. That model, Pagani's like, they make the most beautiful cars ever. And then like, I'm not feeling this one at all.
What do we not like about it?
I don't like the backside. It's like a long tail.
Yeah.
And I don't think I'm a long tailed fan in general. I think the McLaren Speedtail is extremely ugly. And I think like, I don't know, long tail anything. You look at even McLaren F1, beautiful car. The McLaren F1 long tail doesn't look as good as just a regular McLaren.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like extending the tail, that's a race car thing.
Yeah.
They do it for function, not because it looks good. And a road car, that shouldn't matter. We're not splitting hairs on a track in a Pagani Kotuluga.
Right.
So make the car look good.
I don't know. I think it looks good.
You think it looks good?
I think it looks good. Yeah.
How good?
I don't know. I think it looks pretty good.
Like multi-millions good?
Yeah. You think it's an $800K product because the way it looks?
No, I think it shouldn't exist.
Oh, okay. Okay, I understand.
At any price point.
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm a little biased because what I think what I like more is I think I like that palette color on the car like that. I've never seen that palette on a
You
car
like
like
the
that.
mint green.
On that, to see it that extreme, like a car that extreme in that color, you don't get to see. I don't know. I don't dislike it. I like the front end. I think the front end looks like a more extended version of what they've done, and it looks more aggressive. The rear, I get what you're saying. You got to be.
I mean, it's a special edition Wyra.
Yeah, it's exactly like
So it is a Wyra.
more aggressive front end.
That's
what I like about it. Like it's a Wyra front end on steroids is what I like about it. I'm like, I can get down with that.
I think the BC is more aggressive than the Kotuluga.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't feel the same way. I like the Kotuluga front end. I like it. And then
Okay.
the rear, I can get what you're saying. The Speedtail is like you either hate that look or you like that look. I'm not a huge fan of it. I understand the functionality. Yeah. I do like the rear, not the shape of the rear, but the way the tail lights and the tailpipes come out. I do like the way that looks.
Okay.
It's very like
specifics, but as a package,
yes,
it looks like an alien car.
It does. The rear is not the strong point, but I still like the way the car looks. I have to go against you on this one. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I still looks good. I think I like the green more so than anything. I'm blinded by the green. And the interior is so beautiful. All the stuff they do, it's just so beautiful.
Well, if I was ranking most beautiful cars ever created, Pagani would pretty much dominate my top 10 list in a lot of ways. And the Kotuluga just would be nowhere to be seen. It'd be down at like 70.
Damn, that's crazy.
Whereas every other model they've made would probably be in my top 10 list.
Well, maybe they're trying to make their cars more functional now instead of just pieces of artwork.
More functional.
Yeah. Because I think isn't the Speedtail back end technically considered more functional? More performance functionality?
For the way that this car is specifically built, I think it's more of just an homage to racing than it is like
Actually
this is
dialed in.
doing something for this
It
car.
looks like what I will say is it looks like just one of those girls with a BBL that she's got no weight to her. Like she's like it's just a bad BBL job. Like that's kind of what the
There's
back
just
of this
no
car-
hamstring.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's all ass, no hamstring. I'm like, what are we doing here? I'm like,
It curves in like that and then just flat down.
Flat down, exactly.
No leg.
That's the way I look at the Kotuluga, the Kotuluga, whatever the Chattanooga, whatever it is. That's exactly what I look at. It's just like sure, she's got some elements to her that are nice, but she's just for the night. So that's exactly how I would treat that car.
That is tough.
Oh, I can't see you. Hit it one more time.
Oh, it's 9.
Let's run it up.
What do you think?
You got time for guest questions? You want to answer the guest questions as a capper?
All 3 of them?
Let's do the garage.
Just the garage?
In the garage. If you want to do all 3, we can do all 3 so we can see where our current opinions are at, both of us.
Okay.
We haven't answered this question in a while.
What's the most overrated car today?
It's a good question. So I think overrated wise, I don't want to say the 3RS because I still do think that is the answer, which is crazy to think, but I think that's too basic. I think the most overrated car today is probably going to be the Pista. And it's a crazy take, I know. But I think the 488 Pista, granted, the car is awesome for what it is. But I think the current price in which they're at, which I don't know how familiar with everyone in the current market is because I just did this. I was thinking about what could be my next car. And I remember what those pricings were back in April. So I went, let's just go look at where they're at. Regular Pistas, like a very respectable spec Pista is mid-6s now. I think we're getting a little out of hand with the mid-6s.
That's like starting price, right?
That's kind of where I'm like, okay, things were in the high 4s, mid 5s. I think a Pista is a $500K, $550K product all day.
You think it should match an SV?
In
Or
a
should
sense,
it be more than an SV?
No, I think it should match, be less than an SV, personally.
Okay.
Again, I
Less than an
understand
SV.
less than an SV, or like right on par, because you have some SVs, like for example, some SVs are 750.
Right.
Some of them are 520, 525 based on mileage. So I think it fits the category, but I don't think Pista should be topping out at 750. Like
Are Pista Spiders actually $1 million?
Yes. Trust me, that's what I'm saying. That car on both ends is getting out of control. Because now that the coupes are at 650, 700, the Spiders are at 1.2.
Yeah. They manipulated the Spider market, which then brought up the coupe market.
Exactly. So I think that car is, I think the 488 the 488 Pista Spider and the 488 Pista Coupe are both overrated in their price point. I think they're fantastic products. They drive amazing. They feel very light, which I just talked about this episode that I like a car that feels light. The carbon and design, everything is fantastic. But for what they are priced in today's market, it is overrated. Current price point. If you gave me a coupe at 500 and a Spider at 800, I'd be like, okay, I can get it. Even 750 on a Spider, but over $1 million for a Spider and over 650 for a coupe, you've lost me. Because now we're talking about, again, you're buying a Pista Spider or a Senna. I don't think those cars should be in the same conversation. Respectfully so. When the type of Ferrari products that are out, I don't think so.
That's fair.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's my overrated. What is the most overrated car today?
I'm going to go with the Lamborghini Huracan.
I like that answer.
I think that the fact that to get like a newer low mileage Huracan is $300,000 for an Evo.
Right.
Not a Performante STO.
Right, for the
an
baseline.
Evo. You get a 2023 5,000 mile Evo, 105,000 mile Evo, and it's going to be over 300 grand.
Crazy, huh?
That's insane to me.
I agree.
All the things you can get for $300,000 and someone's getting a Huracan Evo.
Pretty wild.
It is crazy. I mean, that is the best. That's towards the top of that market. But even the fact that a used Evo is still going, I mean, what's the bottom of the Evo market? 250?
Yeah, bottom is probably 235 to 250.
Well, 235 is like, what, 40,000 miles?
That's what I'm saying. That's like the bottom.
The bottom. So if you're talking about something that we would buy,
260.
I'm not buying a 40,000 mile car.
260. Something that we would buy would be right around 260.
Yeah.
Probably 275 is more realistic, but you could probably get something out the door at 260.
Which maybe that's just a good baseline. When we're talking about markets, when I'm thinking about markets,
Yeah.
I don't really usually consider like the bottom.
Yeah.
Because I'm not ever buying the bottom. So if the bottom is all I can afford, that's not a car I can afford.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm not going to go buy the 50,000 mile
No.
car.
No.
So that's just that. So when I'm always thinking like decent example, maybe 20K tops.
Yeah,
right.
I know exactly what you mean.
Okay. So 250,
spec,
260.
yeah. Yep.
Okay. For a Huracan.
Yep.
For me, that's crazy.
I agree.
For me, that's crazy.
I agree.
And it's not even that the car's that hyped. It's just that that's what it costs.
Right. And it's been there for so long.
Car, and it's been there for so long.
Because I think this is the part that I agree with you so heavy is performance. Every car is starting to get away from it. Like it's now starting to be underpowered drastically.
I mean, it's a 2014 car.
That's what I'm saying.
At the end of the day,
like every other
you buy
car,
one in 2023, it's a 2014 car.
Think about it. Like it's super underpowered, like drastically now. Back in 2016, 2017, it was start like the 488 was 666. This is 610. Now it's still closer. Now the F8's mid sevens, low sevens, and there's cars that are way fast. The SF90, which is 1,000 horsepower, and you can get an SF90 for $4,000, and you're getting a Huracan Evo at $275. Granted, I know we're talking about $125,000, but when you talk about the spectrum, $125,000 gets you literally blistering speed compared to that car. I think that's what makes it crazy. Like in speed wise, if we talk about just performance, a Huracan is a sub 200K performance product. I said it.
Sub 200K
Performance product.
Yeah, I would say like 200K.
That's where it should perform. That's where it should be priced at if we talk about performance.
Yeah,
that's all.
A good car should be 220.
Yeah, a
great car, great spec, low mileage,
Yep.
220. That's where that car should be.
I agree.
That's what I think.
I agree.
Most underrated car.
So this one's interesting. It's less underrated than it ever has been, but I still think it's underrated because I think it's making a comeback because of what the brand has done. The Ferrari 458 Spider. That car is the most underrated car on the planet. It's got everything. It's got the perfect combination of being analog, but still having a nice element of plug and play. 9,000 redline with a V8 that sounds immaculate. The most buttery steering ever. The simplest interior, roomy, simple interior. Classic Ferrari design. Like that car is like becoming the golden child of the Ferrari era where like the appreciation's happening fast. I have recently checked. A good spec Spider is 300K.
Really?
Yep.
There's no surprise there.
It's wild. But like to see it now really happening, like I saw the highest listed one is a 15 high carbon spec Spider with 3,000 miles. And it's listed for 375.
No surprises.
That when I saw that, I was like, we're here. Somebody will buy that car.
The Speciale is what, one high ones now?
Depending on the mileage, they're 850 bottom, mid ones.
Speciale Aperta.
Ones.
Yeah, ones.
Not Aperta?
Over $1 million.
Over $1 million.
All Aperta's over $1 million.
All Aperta's over $1 million.
So it's like, okay, if I want that product, 458 Spider, right?
Exactly.
I can get it for a very clean one for 375.
I think, we're talking
a quarter of the price.
Think about that. So like again, I think Aperta, it goes back to the Pista. We're talking about Aperta for ones. Like what are we doing? Like I get it, but no, it's a little out of touch with the reality.
There's not very many Aperta. I don't know what the number is, but the Apertas are pretty rare. I understand why that one. I understand that number more than the Pista.
I agree with you.
Because of the era, like that is always going to go down as like the pinnacle of
Ferrari.
That Ferrari era.
Pininfarina design.
Pininfarina design, naturally aspirated.
There's an element to this though that everyone has to remember. So there's two ways to look at the marketplace. From a usability, driving, and what the car does, and a rarity aspect. So yeah, if I look at the Aperta through the lens of rarity and the history and everything, yeah, that car should drive a hefty premium. But if you look at the car for just what it is, the horsepower, the way it's set up, the technology, everything, what you're paying for is just, you're not paying for that car to be driving. Like that's a car you're buying and you're not driving. Nobody's buying that car to drive. Mm-hmm. They're buying that as an investment / collector vehicle, or else you would just go buy a 458 Spider.
Yeah.
There's literally no reason to. But I think that's the most underrated car today. What do you think the most underrated car today is?
Want to hate me?
I do.
I'm going to go with the Acura NSX.
You're such a bad person.
I knew you were going to hate it. And I kind of hate it too. I don't even know why I'm saying it, but
let's hear it.
I don't know. I've just been
You got to stand on business right now.
As you know, I've seen every video possible on that car now. And I'm just, having not driven it yet, I'm looking at the product, and it's such a rare car. No one bought it because it was a $200,000 Acura. So they didn't sell very many. So now you've got a rare car you never see on the road that's everyone that you won't find a bad review of the car. I'll say that. Everyone that drives the car goes, wow, this car is surprisingly amazing. The only bad reviews you will ever see of that car is on a track. Apparently it's not the greatest car on a track for track driving. And that has been every track review of that car. Everything road-wise, everyone's always extremely surprised, loves the experience. So now you've got a very rare car that looks great, is unique, is beautiful, drives great, it's very comfortable, the daily supercar. And you can go get a good one for $115.
Yeah, that's fair.
$115. You can go get a good, reliable supercar that gets 22 miles to the gallon on that hybrid setup.
It's pretty wild.
For $115.
That's pretty wild.
So
I give it to you. I understand the angle.
Like, I think it's underrated because I feel like it should be $130. I feel like it's $15,000 cheaper than like maybe what it should fairly be.
I'll give you that.
Does that make sense?
It does.
Like, I'm taking it over an R8 right now, I think, at every point. And R8s are way more expensive.
I agree with you.
So that's why.
I think
that's my reasoning.
The rarity is...
No one ever talks about it. You never see them. No one talks about it.
That's what I'm saying.
It has no rating.
The rarity is what really drives that point to where it needs to be. If you took the rarity out of it, then it would be... It's a Z06 at that point. Like, what are we talking about?
People are already sending me listings, and I appreciate it, but I'm not in the market yet. I'm getting my bearings, but I'm not in a position to be buying that car for at least until the new year. So
I'm excited. Thanks
for putting them on my radar, but I'm chilling for a minute. Hopefully everything falls into place and I'm able to get that car sometime in the new year, and I will either hate it, get rid of it quickly, or I'll love it and I will run up the price because I'll just tell the world how great it is and make a bunch of great content on the car.
I'm actually kind of excited for it.
So that's my underrated car. You got your 3-car garage ready?
Yeah, kind of relatively so.
Relatively so? Let's hear it. So I got mine locked.
Yeah, really?
Really.
Mine does kind of vary, but I think currently right now I'm going with a 21C as my over $1 million car, 100%. And my spec, disgusting, matte black, red full guts. That would be my over $1 million because that's like the super FU car.
Yeah, you're married to that car.
I really do like that car.
You do?
Because I also think I've put in my brain that I think that's the most realistic hypercar that I could get.
Like for a long time I was wondering if it was a bit, but it's not.
No, I definitely like that car. I like again. We've been as close to a hypercar company with them more than anybody. Sure. So I like them. I like them a lot. I think Lucas is awesome. And again, I like what they stand for. I like everything about them. They're local. I think it's awesome. Again, in my head, it's the most achievable hypercar for me.
Okay.
So I'm sticking to it. Then my under $1 million car, it's still going to be, can I even say this now? Can I get an SVJ Roadster?
I think so.
You can get a couple, but most of them are starting to just go just over one now. Again.
It's really like that, huh?
It really has become like that.
It's crazy.
I swear to you.
That is crazy.
The cheapest SVJ is now over 700 now. There's no more SVJs in the 6s, if I'm not mistaken. Kind of crazy. So, little update on SVJ.
That market's ripping quick.
It just, again, it took a little hit, and then it just right back up again. Whatever. SVJ Roadster, put my under $1 million car. Okay, so I have those two animals. And then it will forever be this way. And now that I've had everything, I realize how much I love this. I'm still picking G63 4x4 squared as my SUV. I love that car. Fully matte, murdered out, just absolute tank. Apocalypse.
Right.
That's it. That's the 3.
Okay. I'm going per Sangwe.
Respect.
After hearing one with a modded exhaust.
Respect.
I'm taking that. Okay. That's going to be the move for my SUV.
Okay.
Over $1 million, the Koenigsegg CC850.
Respect.
I love that car. The simplicity of it for some reason just works for me, and I think it's just like the most beautiful car ever. And that all white spec, I don't know what I would do, but beautiful car.
I agree.
And then under $1 million, 765 LT Spider.
Fantastic choice. I'm not mad at it at all.
Yeah, that's a sick garage. I take that all day long.
Awesome garage. Awesome.
And I'm locked on all those right now.
I respect it.
Ask me again in 10 minutes, it'll be the same answer. Which is not always the case.
No. Your cars are a lot more driver-oriented. Your SUV is your sound. My car's a little bit more relaxed driving entity, but the SVJ is where I'm getting a lot of my fun from, which I think is perfect. Like, I would take the 21C more places you would think I'd take it. I would take the SVJ less places you think I would take it, and then I would take the G63 everywhere on the planet. I like it. It's good.
4x4 squared.
I love it. All right. Well, thank you for coming on, Gavin. I appreciate your time.
Yeah, I appreciate you.
Where can they find you at?
At SCC Gavin. Go follow along. We're pumping out more content on the personal these days.
Oh, the recent dumpy you had was awesome.
Hey, I got props from Austin on my dump, so that's all I needed.
Did you get a Jaff vote of approval?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, because I think Jaff is the only male I've ever seen produce content like a female. Mm-hmm. I swear to you. I've seen female content and I've seen Jaff content. They're the same thing. So I'm just saying what it is. They're both Machas, Range Rovers, Air One Waters, and Pilates.
But if you look at the dump style, mine was more in line with the Austin style.
Way more in line with Austin style, even from the music.
A couple of the random shots. In there.
Never looking at the camera except for once.
Right. Jaff.
It's very female-esque. It's very curated.
Every shot is perfect.
It's curated. You could tell that they put time to thinking of how they're going to post this.
No curveballs.
Yes, you and Austin are just photo.
Right.
Is it in order? Does it make sense? Is it funny? Yes.
Right.
Joff's
Here's a random photo of my dog shoving its face in a hole.
Yes, exactly.
For the vibes.
You're jumping in the water in one of the photos. It's fantastic.
So I got the Vibe King check from Austin on my dump.
Yeah.
So I succeeded.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Thank you.
You made the cut.
I love the fact.
In a way.
in my fake me made the cut.
50 Cent Joe. Old 50 too.
Yeah, I know, right?
Not young
OG 50. No, OG 50. Can't talk 50. That's what that is. All right, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. Another episode of SCC. We'll see you guys next time. We're out.
Like, subscribe.